Okay, welcome to our flashcard review. I hope you find these flashcards helpful. Let's jump on in and let's get into these. MREC. The MREC stands for the Mississippi Real Estate Commission. It is a regulatory agency responsible for overseeing and regulating the real estate industry in the state of Mississippi to ensure that the protections of the consumers and the integrity of real estate transaction is held sound. The Mississippi Fair Housing Commission. The Mississippi Fair Housing Commission is a state agency responsible for enforcing and promoting fair housing practices in Mississippi to prevent discrimination in housing based on protected characteristics. MS Title 73. MS Title 73 is the Mississippi state real estate law that covers topics like property rights, deeds, mortgages, and property liens. It serves as the legal framework governing various aspects of real estate and land use in Mississippi. MREC Structure. The MREC Structure, the Mississippi Real Estate Commission, is made up of 5 members who have been residents of the state for at least 6 years and have had at least 5 years of experience as real estate brokers. They have staggered initial terms ranging from 1 to 4 years, after which all members serve 4-year terms. Members are appointed by the governor and require state approval. Commission Hearing Panel. Commission Hearing Panel is a group of 3 to 5 individuals appointed by the Mississippi Real Estate Commission to conduct hearings related to alleged violations of real estate laws, regulations, or professional standards. Salesperson pre-licensing requirements. The salesperson pre-licensing requirements in the state of Mississippi. You must be 18 years old, complete a 60-hour pre-licensing course, pass the written examination, and be a resident of Mississippi, unless applying for a non-resident license, of course. You must pass the national portion of the exam with at least 70% and the state-specific portion with at least 75%. Temporary license. Temporary license. After passing the real estate examination, applicants are given a temporary license, which is good for 1 year. Within this year, there are post-licensing requirements that must be completed in order to receive a permanent license. Post-licensing requirements. Post-licensing requirements in the state of Mississippi. Newly licensed salespersons are required to complete an approved 30-hour post-licensing course within 1 year of receiving their temporary license. Broker pre-licensing requirements. In Mississippi, the broker pre-licensing requirements, you must be 21 years old, have had a real estate salesperson's license for at least 12 months, complete a 120-hour pre-licensing course, and pass a written examination. You must pass the national portion of the broker's exam with a grade of at least 75%, and must pass the state portion of the exam with at least 80%. Continuing education. Continuing education in Mississippi. Every 2 years, licensees are required to complete 16 hours of continuing education courses and pay a renewal fee. This CE requirement does not apply to the initial licensure cycle after post-licensing requirements are met. ARELLO. ARELLO stands for the Association of Real Estate Licensing Law Officials. It's an international organization comprised of regulatory agencies and officials responsible for overseeing and regulating the real estate industry. ARELLO promotes best practices, standards, and cooperation among its members to ensure the integrity and the effectiveness of real estate licensing and regulation around the world. Mississippi is a member of ARELLO. Mississippi Administrative Procedures Law. The Mississippi Administrative Procedures Law is a set of regulations and procedures in the state of Mississippi that govern how state agencies create, implement, and enforce rules and regulations. Working with a real estate broker form. The Working with a Real Estate Broker form, an agency disclosure form in Mississippi. Real estate licensees in Mississippi are required to disclose which party they represent in a real estate transaction. It must be completed at the first meeting with the prospective client. Disclosed dual agent. A disclosed dual agent, when a single real estate agent or broker represents both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction, with the obligation to treat both parties fairly while disclosing this dual agency relationship to them in writing and allowing them to consent or decline this arrangement. Dual agency is not permitted in all states, but is allowed in Mississippi with proper disclosure and permission from all parties. Advertising requirements. Advertising requirements must be made under the names in which the license is issued and must be published under the direct supervision and in the name of the principal broker or in the name of the brokerage firm. Licensees must obtain written consent from the owner or their agent before advertising real estate in Mississippi. Real estate team. Real estate team, also known as real estate group, is two or more active real estate licensees who, with written approval of a principal broker, represent themselves as a single entity. They work together under the same principal broker's supervision and collaborate on transactions and use a designated team name. They must conduct their real estate activities from the office where their licenses are displayed. Hey everybody, I hope you're finding this flashcard review helpful, and just wanted to really quickly let you know that if you're looking for printable versions of these flashcards, we offer them for sale really inexpensive, and I'll put the link in the description below. You're going to find them pretty helpful if you're a keen aesthetic learner. I like to have feel the pages of a book and feel the flashcards and look at them, so it's pretty helpful. It's also a great way to study with family, friends, and that kind of stuff. So link in the description below, and now back to our scheduled programming. Mississippi Code of 1972. The Mississippi Code of 1972, the official compilation of laws and statutes that govern the state of Mississippi. Notice of hearing. The notice of hearing, the notice that is sent to a real estate licensee informing them of their obligation to attend an administrative hearing before the MREC itself or an administrative hearing officer at designated locations typically and on a specified date and at a particular time. Work file. Work file, the documentation related to a real estate transaction, including but not limited to agency agreements, contracts, closing documents, correspondence, dual agency forms, escrow records, inspection reports, leases, listings, offers, options, property condition disclosures, and insect reports that are reasonably relevant to the transaction. Accommodations. Accommodations are any type of structure or property improvement, whether residential or commercial, located on a piece of real estate and intended for use or occupancy by one or more individuals. 4 hours. 4 hours, the amount of time given to the candidates to complete both the national and the state-specific portions of the Mississippi Real Estate Licensing Exam. Renewal cycles. Renewal cycle. Licensees are required to renew their real estate licenses every 2 years by completing the required continuing education courses and paying a renewal fee. DBCF. DBCF stands for the Mississippi Department of Banking and Consumer Finance. It regulates mortgage lenders and mortgage brokers operating in Mississippi and is responsible for protecting consumers in financial transactions, including mortgage lending. MDEQ. The MDEQ stands for the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality. It oversees environmental assessments, regulatory compliance, and permitting for properties with potential contamination, wetlands, water quality, and brownfields redevelopment. Hey everybody, thank you very much for checking out our flashcard review. I hope you found it helpful. If you take the examination and you found that it helped you pass, let us know in the comments. That would be super awesome. We love listening to that. One of the big things that we love to do is we like to dedicate ourselves to our students and listen to the comments and feedback. Don't forget, we also offer these flashcards that are printable for sale. The link in the description below. And if you like the content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We also have tons of questions and all kinds of stuff that are available on our YouTube channel for preparation for examinations in real estate. Good luck with your studies and good luck on your exams. And thanks for checking us out. I look forward to having you in a session coming up.